What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Big Boy John 25, and tonight I'm going to do my WWE Raw review and highlights. So you guys can hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications. Let's get started. This VIP Lounge is garbage, but I like the Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler feud. I liked it. MVP is in the ring for another edition of the VIP Lounge, which is god awful, by the way. But let me continue. MVP then brings out Dolph Ziggler as his guest. Ziggler compliments the MVP on a brand new WWE United States title belt. MVP says Ziggler made McIntyre and he knows what makes McIntyre. Ziggler says he picks McIntyre out of security and he made McIntyre who he is today. MVP thanks Ziggler for everything that he has done. McIntyre interrupts and makes his way to the ring. McIntyre talks about how Ziggler brought Heath Slater into their feud. McIntyre then says that Ziggler used him to get ahead. McIntyre promised to torture and hurt Dolph Ziggler at WWE Extreme Rules. McIntyre attacks Ziggler before saying they will finish things at WWE Extreme Rules. Alright, Charlie Caruso interviewed Angel Garza, Andrade, and Selena Vega. Vega accuses Caruso for pushing the fact that Andrade and Garza are feuding with each other. Vega says that Garza and Andrade have a lot of success together. Andrade and Garza say they will win the Raw Tag Team titles. The Viking Raiders appears and Eric talks about how dominant they have been over the last year. Eric says they will run through Andrade and Garza tonight. Alright. The Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar versus Angel Garza and Andrade. This tag team match was decent. Decent tag team match. It says the winners of the match, Angel Garza and Andrade. Sarah Scriber interviews Ruby Riott, who immediately gets interrupted by the Iconics. The Iconics is garbage in WWE. The Iconics is terrible. The Iconics tells Scriber to leave. The Iconics says that Riott has lost her only friend in Liv Morgan. The Iconics says Riott has no friends to team with her. To team with, and Bianca Belair shows up. I like Bianca Belair back in WWE. Belair says she is here to help Riott out because she doesn't like the Iconics. I don't like the Iconics either in WWE. They got awful. The Iconics has got awful. The Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott and Bianca Belair. The Iconics is terrible in the ring. Very terrible. But anyway, the match begins with Billie Kay distracts Riott. So Royce attacks her from behind. Riott recovers and she rolls up Royce for a few near falls. Riott then hits Royce with an arm drag and standing STO for a near fall. Kay makes a blind tag as she kicks Riott in the face for a near fall. Kay corners Riott before kicking away at her. Royce tags in and she stomps away on the downed Riott. Royce keeps Riott down while landing a knee drop to her back. Royce also nails Riott with a spin kick to the head. Kay tags in and Belair gets the tag short time later. Bianca Belair quickly starts cleaning house against the opposing team. Bianca Belair then nails a corner Kay with some shoulder thrusts and a slam. Bianca Belair nails Kay with a handspring moonsault for a near fall. Royce interferes and Riott nails her with the enziguri. Bianca Belair nails Kay with the cob for a 3 count. The winner of the match will be Riott and Bianca Belair, and that's it. A segment that R-Truth did was very god-awful. It was god-awful. I did not really care about the segment. But anyway, R-Truth bumps into Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Send Ricochet and Cedric Alexander back down to NXT so they can compete for the Cruiserweight title. Now I applaud TM for saying that on his other reviews. I applaud TM for that. So TM, if you're watching this video, shout out to you for saying that. Because Ricochet and Cedric Alexander needs to go back to NXT. Anyway, R-Truth believes he is facing Ric Flair instead of Randy Orton. Tonight he gets corrected by Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. R-Truth then bumps into Akira Tozawa. Tonight R-Truth wants Tozawa to teach him how to be a black belt. Tozawa tries pinning him for the WWE 24/champion, which is nobody cares about that belt anyway. It's god awful. R-Truth then tells Tozawa to meet him in the ring. Shayna Baszler cut a fire promo. This is exactly what I like to. This is exactly what I like. So I'll give WWE credit where credit's due. Shayna Baszler cuts a fire promo. Shayna Baszler hits the ring before a 24/championship match between R-Truth and Akira Tozawa begins. Baszler quickly destroys the Ninjas before Tozawa leaves. R-Truth follows before Baszler gets gets to the microphone. Baszler says she is done letting all the women having fun. Baszler calls all the women's champions weak-minded fools. Baszler says she is back to shatter all of their illusions. This is what I like about Shayna Baszler. She is not playing around with the women's division. Anyway, Seth Rollins and Murphy are backstage. Murphy questions why Rollins and Rey Mysterio are trying to whip their eye out at WWE Extreme Rules. Rollins reminds Murphy that Mysterio asked for this. Rollins has a message to deliver in the ring. Then we move on from that. Murphy versus Aleister Black. Pretty good match. Then it says Aleister Black won by disqualification. After the match, Rey and his son Dominic come out to confront Seth Rollins as we go to commercial break. Then we get Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. This match was fantastic. I love this match. This match was fantastic. Then we get then it says the winners of this match, Kevin Owens. I like this. I like this match right here. I can't complain about this match. This match was fantastic. After the match, Rey Mysterio gets on the microphone and he promised to whip Seth Rollins' eye out at the WWE Extreme Rules. Why is Ric Flair on my television set? I don't know why. Then Big Show approaches Ric Flair backstage. Flair talks about his history with Big Show and how he considers Show the best big man in all of wrestling. Flair talks about how Show is still trying to prove himself and how he should retire before Randy Orton does serves damage to him. Show asks Flair what he is willing to sacrifice of Orton's sake. And then we get a video package of highlighting in the Randy Orton career. Decent, but not great. Okay. Ric Flair comes out before the next match to congratulate R-Truth on a fantastic wrestling career. Flair then says that Randy Orton likes R-Truth and won't punt his head tonight. R-Truth versus Randy Orton. Didn't really care about this match. This match was quick. The match begins with R-Truth saying he wants to talk to Flair before attacking Randy Orton with Randy Orton. R-Truth misses a head scissors and Orton nails him with the RKO for a 3 count. And that's that. The winner of the match, Randy Orton. Alright, after the match, Randy Orton sets up for a punt kick on R-Truth and Big Show comes out for the save. Orton stops Show before he can get into the ring. Orton says that Show name is on the punt kick list and Randy Orton challenged Big Show into an unsensational match next week on Raw. Show accepts before chasing Orton out of the ring. MVP and Bobby Lashley opposed Cedric Alexander. This segment was god awful. Sarah Screamer interviews Drew McIntyre, who says he allows Dolph Ziggler to pick a stipulation for their match at WWE Extreme Rules because he was being a nice guy. Ziggler attacks McIntyre and security quickly breaks it up. Ricochet versus Bobby Lashley. Didn't care about this match. Didn't care. The winner of the match, Bobby Lashley. After the match, Cedric Alexander goes after Bobby Lashley MVP, which leads to Lashley destroying Cedric Alexander. Charlotte Caruso interviewed Big Show, who again says he accepts the challenge from Randy Orton for next week. Alright, Sasha Banks and Bayley gets the microphone before the next match and they play their highlight package again. The WWE Women's Tag Team title match, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka. This match itself was good. This match itself was fantastic. It says the match begins and Bayley and Banks jumping the Kabuki Warriors before the bell sounds. Sane and Asuka fights back to clear the ring as we go to commercial break. When we return from the break to see Banks hiding the ropes to avoid Asuka, and Bayley tags in the match and Asuka backs her into the ropes. Asuka blocks and kicks before attacking Bayley with a few strikes. Bayley traps Asuka in the ropes before dropping her with a hair pull. Banks tags in and she rakes Asuka face along in the middle rope. Bayley tags in and she attacks Asuka with some strikes before getting a near fall on a pin attempt. Asuka starts fighting back and Bayley attacks her with more strikes. Asuka recovers and she cracks Bayley with a double knee strike. Sane tags in and she nails Bayley with a running blockbuster. Banks interferes as Shayna nails both opponents with an arm drag. Shayna follows up by landing a double spear on both opponents. Shayna nails a corner Bailey with a sliding D for a near fall. Banks makes a blind tag, and Asuka does the same as Bailey is sent out of the ring. The Kabuki Warriors clear the ring before landing a double hip attack. Asuka gets Banks back in the ring, and she attacks her with a series of kicks. Asuka keeps Banks down while working over her arm. Alright. This was a good match. I ain't even gonna lie. This was a good match. Asuka corners Banks before landing another hip attack. She tags Insane, and Bailey attacks Asuka on the arena floor. Banks knocks is distracted Insane off the top rope for a near fall. Tosses Insane out of the ring before attacking Bailey, and Bailey and Banks propel Insane into the barricade. As we go to commercial break, we return from the break to see Banks holding Insane in a chin lock. Bailey tags in, and she double teams Curry Insane alongside Banks. Bailey also chokes a trapped Insane before landing some strikes on her. Banks tags in, and she nails Insane with a double knee strike for a near fall. Bailey tags in, and she holds Insane in a chin lock. Banks tags in, and she drops Insane before getting a near fall on a pin attempt. Insane fights back, and she drops Banks with a back fist. Bailey and Asuka are tagged in their respective partners. Asuka quickly starts cleaning house against their opponents, opposite teams. Asuka clears the ring, and she nails Bailey with a sliding knee strike from the ring apron. Asuka gets Bailey back in the ring to get a near fall on the pin attempt. Asuka goes to the top, and Bailey knocks her off before tagging in, and Banks then nails Asuka with a double knee strike for a near fall. Bailey tags back in, and she works with Banks to land a double slam for a near fall. Bailey gets Asuka on the top rope, and she follows her up there as Banks tags in. Banks lands a top rope hurricanrana on Kairi Sane before Banks lands a top rope cross body block for a near fall. Asuka catches Banks in the Asuka lock and gets Banks into the ropes. Banks fights back, and Sane makes the blind tag. Sane and Asuka levels Banks with head kicks before Sane lands in the same elbow for a near fall. Bailey knocks Asuka to the arena floor before getting dropped by Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane goes back to the top rope, and she hits Banks for a forearm strike. Then hits Banks with the Alabama Slam. Sane catches and charges Insane, and the Banks statement forced to tap out. The winners of the match is still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Sasha Banks and Bailey. This match itself was good. That's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my WWE Raw review and highlights, please drop back on this video. Comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok down below in the description. And I'm so proud that Shyanna Baszler cut a fire promo, and Bianca Belair has returns to Raw. Other than that, that's all I gotta say. But this your boy Big John 25. I will see you guys in the next video. Big John 25. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm out of here.